Hello there. What's going on, everyone? I'm doing a quick video today. Just got out of Captain Marvel, and I wanted to give you a quick spoiler-free review. Just want to talk about it. This is going to be a short video. Also, a reminder, the giveaway is still going on. All you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment to win a $25 Amazon gift card. That'll be going on for just over another week, and then we'll have the winner for that, and then another giveaway, so on and so forth. But anyway, let's talk about Captain Marvel, because I was really not sure what to think of this movie, because it was kind of an origin story. And typically, origin stories tend to struggle a little bit in that, they have to dedicate so much of a movie to explaining a backstory for a character that maybe you just want to see, get into a plot and, get into some action and some, get into the thick of things. And I think Marvel has gotten consistently better and better at doing origin stories. And I think this was definitely no exception to that. Overall, I really enjoyed it. It was good. It wasn't, oh my gosh, blew me away, but it was very, very solid. So we'll talk about a couple of the different things. I think the acting was pretty good. I think I don't know if there were a whole lot of absolutely blow you away performances. Ben Mendelsohn was actually really good. Brie Larson did a really good job. But overall, Samuel L. Jackson was Samuel L. Jackson, right? I think the special effects were actually really good. And so, granted, I think that's kind of a foregone conclusion with Marvel movies. But in this case, there were certain things that stood out. And it's the small things that really, really mattered. Obviously, the laser blasts and all the special effects and alien technology and stuff was there, and the spaceships and all of that. But the little things like de-aging characters like Agent Coulson and Nick Fury were actually done really well. You kind of expect, if I'm going to go back to like a movie like Rogue One, where they put Peter Cushing back in there digitally as Grand Moff Tarkin, there's like this, there's still an element of uncanny valley, and a lot of times, even with cutting edge, state of the art technology. But in this, I did not feel like there was uncanny valley with the de-aging of, and a lot of that probably has to do with that they still had the same actors, so they didn't have to completely put a whole new face on. They just had to modify the face a little bit. But there was not a single time in the movie where I was like, that hairline doesn't look right. For me, at least, I was able to just watch the movie organically and even forget that they have de-aged these characters. It was so natural looking. Very, very good job on the special effects. I think that's and that's something what made it so good is that I didn't even realize it was there. And that's really says a lot for messing with a human face, which is a lot, based on the failures that we've seen, it's got to be very, very hard. I don't do that sort of thing, so I can't speak directly to how hard it is to do, but I think they did a great job with that. Music, they just knocked it out of the park with the music. The music was awesome. I liked the placement of almost every song. There was maybe one or two where I'm like, okay, I could have maybe a better song in that place. But overall, just a rockin' soundtrack. Is so many scenes, and there was a lot of music going on in this. It was very, very 90s. Like all of the music was very, very 90s. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Especially Nirvana. Especially Come As You Are was in this movie, and that one really, really was enjoyable. I loved all of the music, or almost all of the music. There were a couple of songs that I just wasn't particularly a fan of. So, but I don't, just because, look, I'm almost 40, so my musical growth was very, very much influenced by the 90s, more so than the 80s. The 80s had a lot to do with it, but the 90s was where I really started to discover a lot of like rock and alternative, and there was so much of that in this movie. So a lot of it was good, but I don't like necessarily everything. So some of the songs weren't, very, very high on my list, but as a whole, it was just very, very good music, and it was timed, and it was just really good fight scenes with music, and it was just really, really cool. The action was very enjoyable. There's very satisfying action scenes, very, very well done. Overall, and the pacing, was pretty good. The pacing of the movie was pretty good. It started off, it had a lot of slow scenes, which you're going to have with an origin story, but it had also like a good pickup, and it eventually caught up and really became very inspiring. I really feel like This movie is going to inspire a lot of people, and I don't think you actually have to be female to be inspired by this movie, because this movie had me wanting to stand up and cheer a couple of times, and I think that's a really good thing. I kind of rate movies by the, especially blockbuster type movies, by the stand up and cheer factor, and this one had a lot of that. So I'm very much happy walking out of the theater. I think it was great. It wasn't too long. It wasn't too short. It felt just about right. Which makes me worried, because Endgame is supposed to be 3 hours, so that one's going to be, make sure you don't get anything to drink in the movie theater for that one. But Captain Marvel, absolutely well done. Very, very good job. I would say a solid A. Maybe not quite an A+, but a solid A, and better, much better than I expected, actually. So, very much liked it. Go out and see it. You will not be disappointed. Super great movie. All right, guys, that's all I got. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.